This video is going to get me arrested and you'll see why in a second, but today's video is why I quit SMMA to make $13,000, guys. $13,000 in 1 month using PCMA. So if you guys don't know who I am, my name is Abdul Tamimi. I'm the founder of Noble Creators, where I teach entrepreneurs how to hit $10,000 per month by leveraging PCMA. So we'll get into what PCMA and how I was able to hit those numbers in a second, but I'd like to give you guys a little backstory on how PCMA even came about. So if you guys aren't familiar with my background, you don't know where I'm originally from, I'm Palestinian, grew up in Palestine, studied in Palestine, and lived the predominant amount of my life there. All three of these pictures are from me in my time in Palestine. So the first one's literally in my graduation ceremony, like I said, studied there. Second one is the first and only time I went Al-Aqsa Mosque. And the third picture is literally in my back garden, where daily raids, Israeli occupation, the maddest of sorts. But the idea of the video is not to make a political statement. I don't really care about your political opinions, but the idea is to show the character development. And I'm talking about near-death experiences, guys. I'm talking about seeing people killed that you know in front of you. Occupation, the whole sort. Getting chased by soldiers with an M16, by dogs and flipping soldiers everywhere. You've never seen those type of scenarios before, especially coming from where I was in the UK and then suddenly going into a whole war zone. But what I saw, the reoccurring theme was the determination. They'd see a traumatic experience, they'd see something crazy, they'd see their cousin or brother killed, next day get up and go again, go to work again. So that resonated with me. And I always was into business, always into starting my own business. So that's what came about with Wholesome Living. So I always had the thought of one day starting my own business, and I started getting into the gym and fitness. I was a skinny little guy, wanted to get into fitness, wanted to get bigger, but there was no supplements and there was no good nutrition products. So I launched my first business. I saw that there was a lack in the market. I saw that there was a big gap in nutritional products. So I started Wholesome Living. Wholesome Living, the idea behind it was to bring in protein powder, protein bars, anything nutritional, gluten-free, all of these things that you not necessarily see in the Palestinian market or are very expensive. So this then led to my first personal business first personal brand, where I talked about my journey trying to build my own business at 16 with zero experience, talked about some of my tips and tricks on how to do it, and literally just documenting my journey. But really and truly, I didn't know what I was talking about at the time. So the lesson I mainly learned from that is that this shit isn't easy. Whoever painted the idea that starting your own business, hitting 10K in a month, and then that's it, financial freedom. And I literally even call the road to financial freedom because I thought I'd do it in a month or two and that's it, 100K, bang. But that's not the case. It wasn't easy. It was about reshaping the way I think of business, the way my perspectives are on actual business and trying to build something scalable. That's how my paradigm started to shift. This enters the second phase of my journey. So I came back to the UK, then launched Div Angel. So what is Div Angels? Div Angel was the first clothing brand I started in 2022. And I promise you guys, I spent over $10,000. Not kidding here, $10,000 in buying the brand itself. So I bought the brand from a third party, products, ads, models, etc. And with all of that, with spending $10,000, not one single sale. That meant I got a negative ROI, not even break even. I got a negative return on investment, which is crazy to me, and it hit the reality hard. So then I decided to go university and I studied AI and data science, started to see that AI was the next big thing, wanted to get into the AI field. But I always, again, had that thought of one day starting my own business. So If you guys aren't familiar with the UK educational system or how UK system works, especially for university, so on your second to third year in university, you're given the option of starting your industrial placement year. So that's what I decided to do. However, I got on 2 internships at the time. So if you can see the second picture, the first laptop is literally one of my internships in London. And then the second one is in Manchester. Again, I wanted to start my own business. I wasn't into that corporate lifestyle. I didn't want to have my own 9 to 5. So that's when I started to get into SMMA. That's when I started my social media marketing agency. I had no idea on how to start, however. And I invested heavily into learning, bought courses, I joined SMMA communities, done anything and everything to have a successful agency. I promise you guys, I literally, both internship paychecks, I paid them to get courses, to learn more information, to enter new academies, get into new communities, and yet nothing. I literally done 3,000 cold calls a month, guys. I'll literally show you guys my lead list here of my lead generation for SMMA. I cold called all of these clinics, all of these centers. I cold called them on a daily basis. I literally, even in the picture, you can see I'm in a little room trying to cold call whilst I'm at my internship. I had my laptop on the side looking for messages if anyone in the team sent a message, and I was cold calling at the same time. Yet nothing worked. Low tier clients, bad feedback, no positive responses, and it pissed me off, really and truly. I was putting 3,000 cold calls a month for maybe 7, 8, 9 months in a row, and nothing, not even one client. So, until one day I heard of Alex Homotzi investing into school. So, I decided to send out a cold Twitter DM pitching the idea of starting a community for a personal brand. And I got an immediate response. My eyes lit up. My eyes lit up because I've come from somewhere with negative responses. I was like, forget the money. I actually finally got a positive response. Even if I was pitching $100, $200, I still got a positive response. So that's when I decided to go all in and launch my PCMA agency. If you guys aren't familiar with the term PCMA, Paid Community Management Agency. So the offer, simply put, is building an engaged and active community for your personal brand. And some of these personal brands, guys, I'm talking about 100, 200K followers, haven't earned $1 off their community. So the pain point is already there. The problem is already there, and the actual influencer understands that. So the pain point of monetizing their community is already there. So I started with smaller brands on a revenue share basis, and I still do, to be fair. Nothing wrong with the revenue share basis, but this helped me understand my target audience, and it also helped me gain confidence with my deliverables. I had a big problem with deliverables, and it helped me improve my deliverables, be more confident in my deliverables. And through that, I was then able to pitch to bigger and bigger brands and charge monthly retainers. This then helped me to build out my testimonial portfolio. So, results, the thing you're here for. Just have a look, take a second and breathe it all in. $750, 1.6K, 2K, 1Ks just on a monthly returning basis. One of my students signed his client for 9K, $750 a month retainer. These things are just crazy to me because you can never get them with that much time and effort in SMMA. Saturated market. I don't like using the term saturated market because people use it as an excuse to not work as hard. But I promise you guys, with this 1 month that I used in PCMA, I was getting clients on a daily. I was getting clients through DMs, just asking people questions, and this is it. $750, 2K, 1K, 1.6. Compounds, and I had $30,000 in 1 month alone, and I started to teach people. Now, the main take back is to actually learn a skill, and I don't say that just specifically PCMA. Learn a skill, stick to it, go back and reflect. I started a wholesome living, which is e-commerce. I started an AI company. I started SMMA, and now I'm into PCMA. But with all of that, I learned skills. I learned how to outreach. I learned sales. See what's working. If it works, then carry on. If it doesn't work, go back to the drawing board. Edit. Try again. New tactics. Don't just stick with one thing and carry on. So, this one is for the little kids that keep watching mental masturbation, man. It pisses me off because I was in the same position. You're watching too much mental masturbation. You're watching too many kids in Dubai living their dreams, living their own dream, and you never took the time to actually live your own dream. And there's no reason you can't. There's so many resources out of them. I'm just giving you one solution. I'm giving you PCMA as one tool of making that financial dream come true. But it's not the only reason. So this is when we decided to launch Noble Creators. As of now, guys, Noble Creators is a free community. I literally take people from A to Z, literally from the get-go, from scratch, on how to actually set up their PCMA agency and get their first paying client for absolutely free. You don't have to pay a single dime inside of the community. So take that opportunity, learn from it. I've got a course, how to outreach, how to do sales course, scripts, templates, everything that you need in order to start your PCMA agency. So hit it up. It's in the link in the description. Take from it and join that community. Absolutely free. I don't care about the P's, but I need you guys to actually learn and take and implement.